Hello everyone, this is Bobby, and right now this video is about pretty much my fears and worries about Daenerys Targaryen, who her short name is Dany, and so I just want to let you know where I am as far as television series go and the books, 'cause I'm also reading them. Um, I'm gonna let you know about this stuff before I continue on with this video. But right now, I'm at the in the middle of Clash of Kings, um, and I'm already caught up with all the TV series, or the episodes for the TV series, which actually, ironically, is pretty much the same thing. They're all pretty much following each other, book and so pretty much in the television series. For the people who don't read the books, they should know that they're done with technically a Game of Thrones. The show's called Game of Thrones, but they're not even on that book anymore. They're on a Clash of Kings, pretty much, which is interesting. I wonder if they're just going to keep it as the name of Game of Thrones for the whole entire book series. But anyway, this video was about Daenerys, like I said before, and before I start mentioning my fears and worries about Daenerys, I just want to talk about her brother real quick, because he's out of the TV series and he's out of the book, obviously. Those of you who knew his character, he was very vain and evil and manipulative and just malicious. And I just want to say, the show didn't really emphasize with his death how ironic it was that the Golden Crown, not only was it ironic because that's what he was asking for or demanding from Khal Drogo. He's like, he wants a crown, he wants his crown, and Khal Drogo gave him a crown that everyone would fear and tremble at seeing, which is true. But in that area where they were, that city was called Vase Dothrak, and that city was a holy place to the Dothraki, and they're not allowed to. They're forbidden to unsheath a weapon, do violence to another person, or shed any blood, human blood, period. It's like a taboo. And so, excuse me. What that when Khal Drogo does that in the book, it states, but they didn't really emphasize it in the TV show, that when that happened, not one drop of blood was spilled when he poured the molten hot liquid gold over his head. I thought that was pretty cool and interesting how he did that. I'm sure that they made that one exception to kill somebody in that area for this arrogant prick, which was awesome. And they burned his fucking weird ass fucking albino white creepy hair, which was cool. I hated that fucking guy so much. My worries about Daenerys. Here we go. I know a lot of people like her. She's an alright character. She's a woman with incredible strength, and she's strong physically and mentally. She went from a little girl who cowered at her brother's every word, and now she went from that to ruling a whole herd of Dothraki with her husband at her side, and she was able to overcome his death and was able to do such strong things that not an average person would be able to do. And don't get me wrong, I do love female characters and everything. They're great. Arya is probably one of my favorite characters in the series, one of them, without a doubt. And but what she poses as a threat is that she now has 3 dragons in her possession. And the way that she spoke about the 7 kingdoms, as well as her brother, they were pretty much the same. They had the same views about the kingdom. But about how the 7 kingdoms are rightfully hers, because her father was the Mad King, Aerys Targaryen II, and he was the Mad King, the crazy son of a bitch who was killed by Jaime Lannister, ran through in the back with a longsword. And when she claims that she's the rightful heir now because her brother's dead, and that she's always deserved the throne, and They want to go back home to the throne where they're rightfully supposed to rule. That's what pisses me off. It gets me so angry because it's not rightfully yours anymore. Your father ruined that for you. That's how something works. It's almost like if you lose something and over time someone's had it in possession, it's now theirs. You know, it's not like you owe me that. No. That's not how it works. Like, if she wants to play by that game about how, oh, before my family members ruled the Seven Kingdoms, alright. Well, what they don't explain in the book, in the television series that often, but they do mention it, so I'm not spoiling anything here, is that the northern area where Winterfell is, and up until the where the northern area starts from the south, all the way up to the wall, the north wall, that was ruled by a separate king, which was ancestor of Ned Stark. His ancestors ruled the north. They were the Wardens of the North, and they were completely separate from the southern dominance of King's Landing. And I found that to be pretty interesting, and but also as a thing that if Daenerys wants to play by that game, she can also realize that she does not own the northern area of Westeros. And but what she poses a threat as is that she's sitting there in Karth right now with her 3 dragons, and she can just sit there and wait out of the fight, out of the Seven Kingdoms. She no longer has Robert Baratheon trying to kill her, so she's pretty much in the clear right now. But aside from the threat that people might try to steal her dragons, that's pretty much. But that wouldn't be so bad in my opinion. But she's sitting there in Karth while I'm House Stark all the way. I love the Starks. I'm for the North, and yeah, like Robb Stark and everyone is busting their asses trying to fight off the Lannisters, the richest and most powerful house in the kingdom, and they're trying to overthrow the Joffrey, the crazy ass son of a bitch that I hate. So I want to strangle that kid and mash his face in. But they're spilling blood trying to overthrow him. And Robb, the funny thing is that he's not doing this to become king of the Seven Kingdoms. He's doing it because, one, it's right, because Joffrey is not a very good king at all. He's not even the rightful king. He's evil, and because it's a lot of it is vengeance, actually, because he did order his father to be beheaded. But Daenerys is just sitting there, sitting back. She can wait until her dragons are grown, and her 3 dragons can just completely, when the time comes, she can cross over to the Seven Kingdoms, and her 3 dragons can completely destroy everyone. Everyone that she hates the Starks, in my opinion, because she knows that he's one. Ned Stark, or Eddard Stark, was the right-hand person to Robert Baratheon, who killed her brother Rhaegar Targaryen, who was pretty much considered, I think, the last dragon. And he was a great warrior, which shows that Robert Baratheon pretty much lost his mojo, if you want to call it that, because he got big beer belly and everything, but supposedly he was an amazing warrior. And now that he's dead in the show, they never really explained that. They did tell that he could fight, but he was supposedly like Thor. He used to go into the battlefield with his war hammer and just mess shit up. But anyway, like Daenerys is just gonna, I think, just bring her 3 dragons over to Westeros and just kill all the characters that I like and that I hope that everyone else likes. You know, like, you're supposed to hate the Lannisters, you're supposed to like the Starks, and I feel that if it ended up with Daenerys ruling the South in King's Landing, and the North was cut off from the South, and Robb Stark or the Stark family could rule the North, and he can be his own king of his own kingdom, fine. But what Daenerys should do is that she should take her 3 dragons and bring them up over the North Wall and kill or destroy that huge army that's festering up over there that the the Lord Commander is currently trying to find with the rest of his company, including Jon Snow. I think his name is Mance Raider or something like that. Mance Raider, I think. She should bring her dragons over there and destroy that huge army, that huge threatening army, because somebody's gonna have to face them. And the White Walkers, which is probably going to be the most #1 dangerous enemy in the whole entire series at the end. I think that they're the ones that are just going to eventually, no one knows about them really. No one has really experienced them, and no one is listening about what the threat they pose. But eventually they'll know, and she should bring her dragons over the North Wall and just destroy them, because their weakness is fire. So, what else is there? I think that might be it. I also have videos that I want to explain what I think so far, in my opinion, is, what's his name? Varys, he's the spider, the, one of the guys that's on the council members, and he's called the Spider. He's the one that's pretty much has, like, eyes and ears out. He calls them little birds. He's that big guy, the pretty much, like, husky guy, bald. He's the eunuch. I'm just referring to the in this aspect because of people for the show that don't really know his name, but know him through can spot him through a glance. But I want to create a video about him and what I have, or what I suspect about that character. So yeah, if you like what I've said in this video, or you have your own opinions, or you know, like, I'd love to hear them. Any but please do not, if you love these, this is a big thing for me. This is what I'm really worried about when I was creating these videos, or when I'm gonna create these videos. This is my fear, is that I want to know what you guys, the viewers, have to say. I want to know. That's like the reason why I'm doing this. It's not for me, it's for you guys, because I like this, everything about these books and this TV show, and I want to be able to share that with other people. But you know, I've mentioned where I am in the books and everything, so I'm begging you, if you read the books, please do not add spoilers in the comments, because it's not only for myself, but it's also for the other people that may be interested in this, and want to leave a comment and also view what you have to say. Please just keep your comments without straight up facts about the future of the books. You know, like, if you have an opinion and you want to state about what I just mentioned about Daenerys and everything, make a comment about what I've said presently. Don't state in the future, like, oh, she doesn't do what you're afraid of, or yeah, you should be. Just don't say any of that. Like, I don't want to be spoiled. It would ruin it. So one fellow fan to another, don't spoil this great thing that we have going. You know, like, respect the fact that people like what you like, are also interested in it, and let's build on that. So please don't leave spoilers, because ruins everything. It's a spoiler for a reason. A spoiler. So yeah, this is Bobby, and I'm signing out right now, and I appreciate everyone watching the videos and leaving a comment or liking the video. Thanks. Have a good one.